Invasive species, paired passage assessment. Number 1. In passage 1, which of the following statements best explains why the tegu population continues to increase in Florida? So why is it increasing in Florida? A large lizard creeps along the edge of a pond in Florida. Paragraph 1. Lawmakers in Florida recently passed a law to try to stop these reptiles from taking over local ecosystems. Paragraph 2. Unfortunately, tegus are hard to stop because they have no natural predators in Florida. Plus, they reproduce quickly. Females can lay up to 35 eggs at a time. Paragraph 7. This is one of the tools that we have in our toolbox to help work on this problem, he says. Paragraph 9. Number 2. According to passage 1, why did tegus first come to the United States? So why did they first come to the United States? To be sold as pets, to be captured and killed, to help control the insect population, or to find natural predators. So why did they first come here? Number 3. In passage 1, which paragraph shows a step that is being taken to help solve the problem with tegus? So which paragraphs are showing steps that are being taken to help solve the problem with tegus? Paragraphs 1 and 6, paragraphs 2 and 8, paragraphs 3 and 5, or paragraphs 4 and 7. Number 4. Which sentences from passage 1 explain a problem about the tegus? Choose 2. So you need to choose 2 sentences that explain a problem about the tegus. Black and white tegus are native to Argentina and other countries in South America. Paragraph 3. They truly eat everything, says Frank Mazzotti, a biologist who is part of a team that tracks and traps tegus. Paragraph 5. They can grow to be 4 feet long. Paragraph 3. Unfortunately, tegus are hard to stop because they have no natural predators in Florida. Paragraph 7. A large lizard creeps along the edge of a pond in Florida. Paragraph 1. So again, make sure you choose the 2 sentences that explain a problem about the tegus. Read the sentences from passage 1. In March, Florida Governor Rick Scott signed a new law that changed the label of the black and white tegu from an invasive species to a priority invasive species. By making this species a priority, it emphasizes the importance of controlling the population. The law allows Florida wildlife officials to hire people to capture and kill the lizards on public land or in state waters. Mazzotti says that's a step in the right direction. So this is from paragraph 8. Number 5. In passage 1, which word is most similar in meaning to priority? So which one is most similar to priority? Natural, important, last, or invasive? Read the sentences from passage 1. The main problem with the lizards is their monstrous appetite. They truly eat everything, says Frank Mazzotti, a biologist who is part of a team that tracks and traps tegus. So this is from paragraph 4 and 5. Number 6. Based on the sentence above, what does the word monstrous mean? So again, they have a monstrous appetite. So what does monstrous mean? Small, tiny, large, or frightening? Number 7. Which statement summarizes passage 2? So now we're looking at passage number 2. So which one is a good summary? Lionfish were introduced to areas they do not belong, and now government officials are encouraging fishermen and the public to help decrease the species population by eating them. Lionfish are now found along much of the east coast of the United States. They've also been spotted in the Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of Mexico. Lionfish have brightly colored stripes and long feathery fins. Residents usually need a special license to fish, but the state recently made an exception for people who catch lionfish. So again, which one is a summary of passage 2? Number 8. In passage 2, which of the following statements best explains why the lionfish population has increased in Florida's waters? So why is the lionfish population increasing in Florida's waters? Wildlife officials in Florida are asking people to strike back. Paragraph 10. Lionfish are native to the Indian and Western Pacific Oceans. Paragraph 12. Lionfish are already on the menu at several restaurants in Florida. Paragraph 16. With no natural predators in these waters, the lionfish quickly multiplied. Paragraph 13. So again, which of these statements explains why the lionfish population has increased? Number 9. In passage 2, what is one effect that lionfish are having on the ecosystem in Florida's coral reefs? So one effect that they are having on the ecosystem. Grouper and other native predator fish have much less to eat. Fishermen are no longer able to catch grouper. Native predator fish are eating many lionfish. The populations of native fish are quickly increasing. So again, which one is showing you an effect that the lionfish are having on the ecosystem in Florida? Number 10. According to passage 2, what is one solution that Florida has come up with to address the lionfish problem? So what's a solution that they are using to address the lionfish problem? Allowing residents to fish for lionfish without a license. Government officials have declared that every restaurant and fast food establishment must serve lionfish. Running ad campaigns promoting grouper as a good meal choice. Introducing new kinds of fish to Florida's coral reefs. So again, which of these give a solution that Florida has come up with to address the lionfish problem? Number 11, Part A. Which of the following can be concluded from passage 2? Eating lionfish is the only way to control the invasive lionfish population. Wildlife officials think that lionfish fit in well in Florida's coral reefs. Fishing in Florida's waters is disrupting its marine ecosystem. Removing lionfish completely from Florida's waters would be too hard. Number 12, Part B. So which sentence from the article best supports the answer to Part A? These invaders are disrupting the ecosystem around Florida's fragile coral reefs. Paragraph 14. Ad campaigns in Florida are promoting lionfish as a tasty dinner option. Paragraph 15. The likelihood of getting rid of every lionfish is pretty slim, explains Amanda Nally, a fish and wildlife official in Florida. Paragraph 18. With their brightly colored stripes and long feathery fins, lionfish look right at home gliding around Florida's coral reefs. Paragraph 10. In paragraph 17, the author states, government officials hope these efforts will take a bite out of the exploding number of lionfish. Number 13. What does the author mean by the phrase, take a bite out of? Does it mean to decrease the lionfish population, to make a new law, to allow people to fish, or to have a special license to fish? So what does it mean by take a bite out of? Use the following sentence from passage 2 to answer question 14. The likelihood of getting rid of every lionfish is pretty slim. Paragraph 18. Number 14. What is the meaning of slim as it is used in the following sentence in passage 2? Thin, light, unlikely, or possible. Number 15, Part A. Which idea can be supported by both passages? So which idea can be supported by both of the passages? Nothing can be done to stop invasive species. People are being encouraged to help stop the spread of invasive species. Invasive species are not a big concern. Invasive species make no changes to an ecosystem. Number 16, Part B. Select an idea from each passage that support the answer in Part A. Choose two answers. So you need to choose two answers, so one from each passage that is best supporting the answer in Part A. The law allows Florida wildlife officials to hire people to capture and kill the lizards on public land or in state waters. People in southern Florida began spotting the lizards in the wild more than a decade ago. Florida is also encouraging fishermen to get in on the act by allowing them to catch lionfish without a special license. That's from passage 2. With no natural predators in these waters, the lionfish quickly multiplied. So that's also from passage 2. So you're choosing one of these two and then one of these two that best support your answer to part A. So number 17, select the boxes to show which idea is developed in passage 1, passage 2, or in both passages. Black and white tegus are native to Argentina and other countries in South America. So is it just passage 1 that talks about the tegus? Is it both passages that talk about the tegus? Or is it just passage 2 that talks about the tegus? Invasive species can harm an ecosystem by eating many plants and animals. Is that found just in passage 1? Is it found in both passages? Or just in passage 2? Lionfish are native to the Indian and Western Pacific Oceans. Are the lionfish found just in passage 1? Are they found in both passages? Or just in passage 2? Government officials have made rules or laws to capture or catch certain invasive species. Is that found just in passage 1? Is it found in both passages? Or just in passage 2? Number 18. How are the structures of passage 1 and passage 2 similar? So how are they alike? Both passages mostly explain a problem and solution about an invasive species. Both passages mostly compare and contrast many different animals. Both passages mostly outline the steps of how to capture the animals. Both passages mostly describe the life cycle of both animals. So which of these show you how the structures of passage 1 and passage 2 are similar or alike?